This is a review of the Plano 1612 deep water resistant fill box with a lift out tray. It says it's camo color. The one I have here is kind of a dark green with a slight camo pattern on it, but it's very dark green. And if you look at the pictures on the web page, one of them it looks gray and the other one it looks like it's dark green. So I don't know which one you're going to get when you buy this. This is an excellent fill box to take with you. You can put anything in it. In my case, I'm going to carry ammunition and cleaning supplies for my guns, for example, and a flashlight. But in many cases, people might use it to put cameras in to take to the field with some padding in them or whatever. It's quite a good box, and it is pretty water resistant. Here you can see the dark green color and the camo pattern that's on there. I want to point out here that on the top of this case is a nice storage area. You can lift up these two little latches, and here you have a nice storage area. Here I have a flashlight, for example. I'm going to light it up so you can see inside of this. There's enough room in there to put some cleaning patches for your guns, some cleaning utensils, some fish hooks, fishing accessories, for example. And it's a nice little storage area that you can carry some stuff in. It locks down very securely. If you look at this case here, you'll see on the top here a very large, robust carrying handle. This entire case is made of plastic, but it's pretty rugged. You can carry quite a bit of weight in it. That's probably the only problem I have with these big boxes, is they can get very heavy, but I have no doubt that this case will take the weight unless you drop it on concrete when it's full. If I turn this around here on the side, you'll see here on the side the latch handle. This is a brass latch. Here you have a hole that's drilled, so you can put a lock in there if you want to lock it, if you have ammo in it or some valuable equipment. And this helps you to open it up. I'll show the inside in a second. It latches very securely. Here you can see from this angle that the handle folds down, so it's nice and flat, and you can stack these boxes on top of each other. And on the side over here, you'll see that it has a pretty good hinge on it, that it works with it, and so it's going to be safe to leave open and it's not going to be easily broken. On the bottom here, you can see it's got a ridged edge to let it sit out of water or mud, for example. But it is all made of plastic, so I do want to point that out. But Plano makes good stuff. I like their equipment. If you take this and open this up, you'll find inside that it has a internal removable carrying shelf here. That's nice if you want to put some tools in there. You know, if you go into the field, you want to throw in some long nose pliers or a multi-tool, throw in a small hammer, for example. You can put anything in your fishing gear, some camera accessories. It's just a nice feature, and you can lift that out and use it, or you can not put it in there. Then you can look inside of this and see how large this thing is. It is quite large. I want to point out the inside dimensions is 13¼ inches this way by 7 inches wide by 8 inches deep. That's without the shelf in there. And it is slightly tapered, so I do want to point that out. I also like to point out that if you come over here and look at this lid, you'll see on this lid that there's a rubber gasket here. So when you close the lid and lock it down, that rubber gasket seals all the way around. It's locked into the top, and that rubber gasket is going to keep water from easily getting inside the case. I would like to point out that if you put this tool tray inside, from the tool tray itself is about 1 3/4 inches deep. You add this on there, you're going to lose just slightly over 2 inches of the depth, but you still got plenty of room in there to put a lot of items, ammunition, for example. I want to tell you, this is a nice case. I like how it's designed. I've owned a lot of Plano cases that I use for rifles and guns and bows and arrows. This is a good product. I'm going to rate it at 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO.